I'm not defensive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live stream. Big up to everyone that's locked in already. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. And as always, get involved in the chat, people. And guys, there is plenty to dive into. We've had a cock up in regards to the kit release. Nike releasing it a day early with official pictures and a tweet, which has subsequently been deleted. So not even that can run smoothly. But yeah, we've got the latest on Rodrygo at Real Madrid. Ben Jacobs with an update on the London is Blue podcast saying that Chelsea are aware of the market opportunity as well as Arsenal and Liverpool. We're going to dive into that. Aston Villa want to keep Axel Disasi on a permanent basis after his loan. We're going to have a little look at that as well. Plus, we have also got the latest of Chelsea and Marc Guehi. He remains under consideration. Plus, Chelsea are apparently focused on a move for Lazio star. I've forgotten what his name is now. Chelsea what's his name? Lazio star Mario Guehi, who is a Spanish centre-back, as a potential alternative to Dean Huijsen. So we have got all that to get stuck into, people. Make sure, yeah, as I said, do all the usual. Let's say hello to a few of you guys, and then we'll get the show on the road. I won't believe this until this is true. Well, I'll be honest, it's obvious that there's interest in Rodrygo, but whether we act on it and whether we're serious or not is the big question. I would take Rodrygo. Yeah, I would as well. Aston Villa want to keep Disasi. They do indeed. Yes, afternoon. Not 100 likes, but 100% press the like. Yes, big up, brother. Yes, Pennsylvania Blues. Hope you're doing well. Yes, big up, bro. Well, we're going to dive into it. Hope you're well. Definitely not coming to Chelsea. There's no way we pay that salary. Look, I would agree with you on that front. That would be my first sort of port of call, first sort of instinct that, yeah, it probably isn't going to happen. But you just never know in football. Yeah, Mario Guehi, that's the one. Yes, big up. Yes, bro, all well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Look, yeah, I mean, we did cover it. I mean, yeah, that was mentioned earlier. But yeah, we're going to dive into it in a bit more detail. Luke, hope you're well, bro. Rodrygo's never coming Chelsea. Yeah, look, I hear you on that. And it's kind of, that's sort of where I'm looking towards at this point in time. But in football and the transfer market, never say never. But yeah, I'm fully aware that this is one of them ones that is pretty unlikely to happen. But let's get into it anyway, because why not? So, Ben Jacobs on the London is Blue pod saying, Rodrygo is a new name I'm hearing. There's nothing advanced between Chelsea and Rodrygo, but what I can tell you is Real Madrid are willing to let Rodrygo go, and Chelsea are aware of that market opportunity. Same can be said for Arsenal and Liverpool. Now, Rodrygo is an outstanding talent, and he's the sort of signing that we need in terms of someone who's going to come in and instantly improve the first team. You know, he's a Champions League winner. He's a Brazilian international. He's played for years at Real Madrid. It doesn't get much better than this. And he's 24 years of age, 33 caps for Brazil, 7 goals. What's he been doing at Real Madrid this season? Let's have a bit more of a look at that. He's under contract until 2028, so 3 years left on his current deal. But let's check what his stats are saying this season. What are they saying for Rodrygo? So Rodrygo has got 23 GNA in 50 appearances in all competitions, 13 goals, 10 assists, can play both wings and could play through the middle if needed. So he ticks that versatile player across the front line, but predominantly plays wide. I mean, look, 6 goals and 6 assists in 30 La Liga appearances is not great. He's got 5 goals and 2 assists in 12 Champions League appearances. He is a very good player. I feel like he's had much better seasons than he's had this season. Maybe last season he was better. Similar last season, 10 goals, 5 assists. So he's not someone who's prolific with output, but he is an exceptional player, But unfortunately, at Real Madrid, the balance is not working. You simply cannot play all four of those players in a front four: Rodrygo, Vinicius, Mbappe, and Jude Bellingham. One of them has to go. And the most likely one is Rodrygo, because Mbappe's going nowhere, neither's Vinicius, and neither's Jude Bellingham. So it is Rodrygo. Plus, you've got Brahim Diaz anyway, who can fill that spot in the squad regardless. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Rodrygo left this summer Real Madrid, but the chances of Chelsea going for him, I'm still not fully sold or fully convinced on that. If Liverpool or Arsenal get sniff of this, then I think we've got our backs against the wall. And face a real upward battle to get him personally. You know, if we want him, we need to act fast, and we need to strike. We need to strike whilst the iron is hot. You know, so like Arsenal will be looking for a similar type of player, as will Liverpool. Two clubs that will definitely be aware of the interest in Rodrygo. Look, I think he'd be happy to stay at Real Madrid also, but Real Madrid would also be open to letting him go. I think that is clear. But again, this is another one of those things, people. It's all well and good Chelsea claiming they have an interest in top-level players like Rodrygo, but at the end of the day, people, actions in the market speak far louder than words. If we have another poor window, but we go, oh, look who we tried to sign, rather than actually doing it again, it's going to be an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace if we do that. Oh, because right now, all I'm really hearing is, yeah, you know, oh, we're aware of these players. Yeah, we're prepared to do this and that for the right player. Until we actually do it and show that we're serious about doing it, all it is a load of chat and a load of waffle, basically, that we're getting from the club. I need to see actions. I don't need to see speaking. I don't need to see, oh, we're aware, we're this, we're that. Action, action, action is what I need. So are we going to get that action? I don't know. But I like Rodrygo. You know, Rodrygo would be an excellent addition. He'd come in, he'd be our best winger by a mile, and he's a signing that absolutely automatically improves the first team. He's a top-level left winger. He can dribble. He's unpredictable. He can go on the inside, go on the outside. He can create, and he's a genuine threat. Everything you'd basically want from a winger, you know? Everything you want. And ESPN have reported that Rodrygo no longer wants to play out of position at Real Madrid, sources have told ESPN. The forward prefers to start on the left-hand side of the attack, where he believes he performs best. Brother, come on over to West London. You will absolutely be able to start on the left-hand side of the attack. He's a goal-scoring winger. He's creative, a threat inside and out, as I said. What are we waiting for here? What are we waiting for here? Give this guy a decision to make. Give this guy a decision to make. It really is that simple. Give him a decision to make. But I fear that we may not do that. I fear we may not do it. But could you imagine a front three behind a striker of Rodrygo, Cole Palmer, and Esteval Willian behind a top-level striker? You know, it would be mad, wouldn't it? It would be a madness. It would be a madness. Palmer and Rodrygo would just be mental. Or a little Rodrygo, Andre Santos, Esteval link up. You know, is he a touchline winger? Not necessarily. I'm not buying the doubts on Rodrygo. But then you look at players like Rafael Leao, who was shit in the Coppa Italia final last night. Someone who just lacks that consistency. I mean, look, we don't really know what any sort of price would be. This is obviously all very preliminary information in terms of a potential transfer. You know, and he can perform at the top level. So what are we waiting for here? That would be my thing. I'm like, guys, there's a top level player potentially available there. Don't just sit and let another opportunity pass by. Don't just watch a Rodrygo go away like you just watched a Kvaratskhelia go away. Don't, just stare and try and get Liao instead, who isn't it? Or, oh, fuck it, we'll just go for Jamie Gittins and hope for the best. No. If we're a serious institution, like we claim we are, then we must change. We must change if we are a serious institution. What also must change, guys, is the amount of likes. There's 73 in the building, only 26 likes. Keep smashing that like button. It's free, and it takes seconds to do so. Let's run these likes up, people. More PR bullshit to deceive the fans that the club are serious. Yeah, it potentially could be. Potentially could be. Get rid of Sancho and invest the money to get Rodrygo. I don't think Sancho's going anywhere. Personally, for a squad rotation option, yeah, I'd absolutely keep Jadon Sancho. It makes sense for a third, fourth choice winger. But yeah, you're not going to get a better left winger who could be available than Rodrygo. He's better than Gittins. He's better than Garnacho. He's better than Nico Williams. This is the standout left winger who could potentially be available. If you're serious like you say you are, you go and do that deal. You go and do it. But ultimately, we'll probably end up with a Jamie Gittins or a Garnacho, and we'll spend probably a 40 or 50 million pounds on a player who isn't even anything better than isn't any better than what we've got. Body pay the money for Rodrygo. Well, yeah. Don't worry, he's not coming. In the end, we'll sign a cheaper version like Gittins. Yeah, I hear you. What do I think of the press conference today? Yeah, fine. No issues with the press conference at all. Yeah, look, I'm aware that it's highly unlikely. I'm aware it's highly unlikely, but it can't be 100% ruled out as a possibility because it could still happen. Bro, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be 100% certain, I wouldn't be 100% certain because that absolutely could still happen, chat. We need to get used to the fact Chelsea are no longer part of the Big Six conversation. No, I don't fully agree with that. But hey, that's where we are. But Rodrygo absolutely makes a difference. He absolutely elevates Chelsea up a level, and he's significantly better than what we've already got. He's got work rate as well. Yeah. Really, really like him. Really, really like him. And this could be a massive, massive opportunity for us in the window. Huge. I would be bang on, bang up for it. If you want top players, guys, then you have to convince them to join the club in the first place. Sometimes they're not going to join you because other top teams are interested. But why Chelsea wouldn't be all over this deal when they need a top level left winger is beyond me. Now, I get it. Other top teams are going to be interested, and you could miss out. But ultimately, you've got to give him a decision to make, and you've got to show that you are actually serious about signing this player. You have to go and show that. You must go and show that. So let's wait and see how this one pans out. This will be one that rumbles on throughout the summer. And he's a top player. Madrid have nicked Huijsen from us. United are probably going to beat us to Liam Delap. Do not allow an Arsenal or a Liverpool to sign Rodrygo and get ahead of us in the race for Rodrygo. Do not allow that to happen either. We've already probably missed out on 2 top targets. So, yeah, something needs to change, and something needs to change fast. But he is probably the best left winger available on the market right now. No doubt about it. No doubt about it whatsoever. Rodrygo is an absolute baller. But yeah, I think Madrid would be prepared to let him go. Now we find out how serious Chelsea really are. And I suspect not that serious, if we're being real. Not that serious, if we're being real. I don't know how much he'd cost. I don't know what the salary would be. But yeah. No, I could easily see Arsenal getting him, bro. I could easily see Arsenal getting him. They need a quality left winger, and he ticks that box every day of the week and twice on Sundays. He's on 12.5 million euros at Madrid. Look, but at the end of the day, Chelsea are going to have to, at some point, if they want good players, they're going to have to pay a little bit more than they might want to. But I could absolutely see him fitting in at a Liverpool or an Arsenal for sure. I've got absolutely no idea what his wages would be if Chelsea were interested. I've got no idea whatsoever what those wages would be. I heard people talk like we're not a top 6 team. No, we absolutely are a top 6 team. Yeah, of course we are. But we have got to work our way back up to the top table. But I think as Chelsea fans, we can all agree this is a move that we should absolutely be looking at. He's miles ahead of all other left wingers in world football right now, in my opinion. So let's go and do it. Let's go and do it. Or let's at least ask the question. Let's at least go and ask the question, guys. I accept you're not going to get everyone you want, but you ask the question and you give him a decision to make. At the end of the day, that's all you can do. So let's wait and see how things materialize. Let's wait and see if anything does happen. Agreed. We have to get UCL minimum to even get to the table and have a conversation. So yeah, Rodrygo, new name being heard. Nothing advanced right now, as you would expect. But Madrid are willing to let him go, apparently. So we need to make sure that we're all over that. But I suspect that we're not serious, and therefore we won't be all over this. But I hope that I'm proven wrong, and I guess only time will tell. But sticking with wide players, a report from France saying that Chelsea have been offered Leroy Sané, who's out of contract at Bayern Munich at the end of the season, I believe. There's a report saying that Chelsea have been offered by Leroy Sané by obviously his representatives, his agents. Things got a new agent now, and Penny Zahavi, who's got good connections with Chelsea. So yeah, let me see if I can find this. I might have to scroll back a touch so that we can just go through that. We can go through that if I can find it. But again, Sané is an interesting one. Obviously, we know he's a 2-time Premier League winner with Man City. He's not exactly set the world alight at Bayern Munich. He's had some good moments, but he's not been amazing. He's not been amazing. Oh, let me just search it. Right, this is an update on Leroy Sané. So, as for now, Leroy Sané's contract extension at FC Bayern is still not a done deal. There's a large gap between the parties. Bayern want an answer from Sané's camp before the end of the week. Player was proposed to many clubs in UK. Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United and Newcastle. So apparently he's been offered to 5 Premier League clubs, according to this report. Chat, what are we saying? Chat, what are we saying? Sané, what are your thoughts? Imagine Rodrygo, Palmer, Esteval, an elite striker. Yeah, Leo, tell me about it. It's a mouth-watering thought, isn't it? I mean, it's an unbelievable thought at the end of the day. An absolutely ridiculous thought. Sane will pull a hamstring and be out like Lavia. Sane shames the same agent as in Kunku. I don't think they want to do any more business with Chelsea now. Agents don't work like that. Agents will do whatever deal is the best for them and whatever deal kind of pockets them the most money. I like Cunha, and Cunha's a top player, but he's not really a profile or a style of player that we actually need. You know, he's best as a number 10, and we don't actually need another number 10. Sane washed. Yeah, no, Rodrygo's definitely better. Definitely better. No doubt about it. I'd be shocked if Chelsea went for Sane on a free. He's 29 years of age. Doesn't really suit. Doesn't really fit the age bracket that we recruit in. So, yeah, this would be one that I wouldn't make. That doesn't make sense. I could see Arsenal going for him potentially. I could also maybe see a Newcastle going for him as well. But yeah, I find it difficult to imagine that Chelsea will be making a move. I personally don't see it. But again, I've been wrong, and I could be wrong again. But yeah, that's just a little update there on the Leroy Sané situation. But yeah, I don't think that's a likely one. I think wide player is going to probably end up being Jamie Gittins, but I hope there's maybe a bit of a twist in the tail, and we do put our fingers out our arses and at least give him a decision to make, and at least try and make a move. At least try. I'm not saying you have to get it done, but you must at least make an offer or give him a decision to make. That's what you must do. That is what you must do. But yeah, I'm not convinced that that anything's gonna take off. Really, I have to be honest on that front. But hey, let's wait and see what transpires. But going from one end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch, let's talk defenders, because we know that we've missed out on Dean Huijsen, who's about to close on his move to Real Madrid. That should be wrapped up pretty imminently. There's been talk, Marc Guehi, and again, Fabrizio Romano has reconfirmed, that Chelsea obviously like Marc Guehi, reconfirmed that he remains under consideration. Now, I'll be honest, guys, I don't understand why there is so much Marc Guehi hate from people, because I get it a lot in the chat from people, and there's definitely people in the chat that don't like him, don't rate him, or that people don't want him. I just don't get it. I don't understand the disrespect, because this is someone who is a proven Premier League performer, someone who's an England international, arguably England's best centre half, and yet there's still so much hate about Marc Guehi, so much negativity and criticism from Chelsea fans. All right, he's not an elite level centre back, but one thing is for certain, guys, he's an upgrade on what we have. He's got a lot of qualities that our current crop of centre backs don't have, and he would absolutely be a good signing. And we do need an elite centre back. But I'm not against us signing two centre backs, because Disasi, Chalobah, Badiashile, Tosin, even possibly Fofana, could all be for sale if the price is right. They could all be for sale. But I just don't understand why there's a lot of negativity towards him, you know? Yeah, like it, like it, like it. Bro, I've got absolutely no idea what's going on with him. No idea at all. But yeah, we are. It is what it is right now, isn't it? I've got no idea what's going on there. No idea. Guehi's a leader. He is. Yeah, bro. This seems to be a thing. People just seem to hate a lot of players, and I just don't really get it. Yeah, I would like Marc Guehi as well. No, wouldn't do that at all. No, look, we sold him before because he didn't get given a chance. He made 2 appearances for us when he was what 20 or 21. He's much better now. He's much better now. He wasn't sold because he wasn't good enough. He was just sold because he wanted to go and play more, which is fair enough. I like Guehi. Think a lot of fans don't like him because yeah, exactly. Yeah, people think if you're not tall, you can't be a good defender for some reason. Um, look, he's definitely be an upgrade. He'd definitely be an upgrade for sure. No, I think Guehi's better than Trev. I like Trev and think Trev is good, but I think it's fair to say that Guehi's better. Guehi's better than Branthwaite as well. I mean, Branthwaite doesn't even get in the England squad right now. And I know the England squad is not, you know, the standard bearer of whether a player's good or not. But the fact of the matter is that he doesn't get in the England squad. Gilchrist is on loan at Sheffield United, and I suspect he'll either go out on loan again, or what will more likely happen is he'll be sold. Bro, you do realise, right, that you can still be a good player and not play for a top club. So when Liverpool signed Diogo Jota from Liverpool, were their standards on the floor when they signed Diogo Jota from Wolves, were their standards on the floor? Were they? Please answer me that question. Were those standards on the floor? Please tell me, because Premier League clubs have bought from lesser clubs in the league on a number of occasions and signed some top players. If someone signs Ait Nouri this summer from Wolves, are their standards on the floor because he plays for Wolves? You know, that's such a bullshit argument, and they're just so pointless. It literally doesn't make any sense at all. I try and watch as much as possible, but look, it's mainly Premier League. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on other leagues as well for sure. Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine signing Van Dijk from Southampton. Standards on the floor. Oh, Sadio Mane from Southampton to Liverpool. Standards on the floor. This is why that opinion, whoever said that in the chat, is just bullshit. It's just nonsense. This idea that, oh, if you're signing players from a reportedly lesser club, it means that your standards are on the floor. So if someone signs Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace, are their standards on the floor as well? Please tell me. Michael Elise, from Crystal Palace to Bayern Munich. A Bayern Munich standards on the floor because they went shopping at Crystal Palace. Bro, come on. By all means, if you don't like him, fine, but let's not invent some bullshit scenario here where if you're signing players from a lesser club, it means your standards are on the floor. Because I've just reeled off a whole host of names that have been signed by big clubs from smaller clubs. There we go. Bro, yeah, exactly. Oh, Kavica Kvaratskhelia was signed from a small Georgian club, I think it was. Standards on the floor? So, yeah. guys, apparently your standards are on the floor if you sign from a smaller club than you. So really, what we're saying here is that you can only sign players that play for clubs of an equivalent stature. Otherwise, your standards are on the floor. I mean, I don't know who said that in the chat. Who was it? I'd like to hear his response to this. And this is not. Yeah, young Cuenca, brother, please, I'd like to hear your response to that, because I think it just completely debunked your opinion, your point of view there. Oh, yeah. And Mahrez signed from Ligue 2 as well. I wonder if Man City's standards are on the floor when they signed Riyad Mahrez from Leicester City. Standards on the floor? I'll tell you what, Barcelona's standards must be on the floor as well. They signed a player from Leeds United. Wow. Wow. Anyway, I'm all a bit tongue-in-cheek, all a bit of banter there, but I just don't subscribe to that trail of thought at all. Doesn't make sense. But Guehi was sold in the first place because he wanted to play more regular first-team football. And at the time that we sold him, we had obviously much better centre-back options, which meant he wasn't going to get the look in that he wanted. And it probably was right at the time for him to leave. So, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying on that front. That's what I'm saying on that front. No, but I think we can keep Chalobah as well, because if you get rid of Renato Vega, there's big chance that obviously Disasi goes, big chance Badiashile goes. Fofana's not totally off the table of leaving. I don't think he will leave, but Tosin could go. There's literally about 3 or 4 centre-backs who could leave this summer. Easily 3 or 4 centre-backs who could leave this summer. Guys, keep smashing the like button as well. We're on 60 likes, 137 in the building. Make sure you run those likes up. Subscribe if you're new round here as well, guys. But keep smashing the like button. Let's get this over 100 likes, people. John Lacumi from Bologna, Mario from Lazio. I mean, if you say so. No, there's literally been he's been a name that's been mentioned that could be on the shortlist, but there's been very little in the way of any serious links with Branthwaite. I absolutely keep Trevor. I agree. Yeah, Guehi is good enough to play for Chelsea. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely think he's good enough to play for Chelsea. If other people don't, that's fine. What's happening with Mudryk? I've got absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. No updates really at all on anything to do with Mykhailo Mudryk. So, yeah, tricky situation, really. Tricky situation. Do I think Gusto's better than Livramento? I mean, Livramento is good. He's doing well at Newcastle. Gusto's got good ability as well. I don't know. I'd say it's fairly similar when they're both playing at their absolute best. Obviously, Gusto's not had a good season this season. I agree. Like, Guehi's the sort of smart business that we should be doing in the market. Someone who's only got a year left on his contract. It's definitely something that makes sense. And if someone else, like, it's a sort of business that people have been calling on Chelsea to do. It's the sort of business that people have been calling on Chelsea to do. But yeah, I hope this is something that we do. I hope it's something we do. But ultimately, there'll be other names on the list as well. Mate, Hato's a left back who can play centre back. If Hato comes, he's not being signed to play at centre back. He'd be signed to play at left back. No, early window's not open yet. Opens next month. Yeah, he knows the club as well. Would I keep Jackson? Yeah, I would keep Nicholas Jackson for sure. Yeah, I would. Bro, that's just such a weird way of thinking, as if like players can't come from supposed lesser clubs. It's just nonsense, utter nonsense. I can tell you now, right? If Marc Guehi played for, I don't know, a Newcastle or an Aston Villa or someone like that, then people would be saying we should sign him. It's because he plays for Crystal Palace. People are like, oh no, we should stay away. It's bullshit. Yeah, this is a good point. Shouldn't have signed Elise last year because he plays for Palace. We don't want Palace trash, as Assad has said there. It's nonsense, utter nonsense. Yeah, I'm hoping with with Champions League football, if we get it, that that there's going to be different targets. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Is that going to be the case? I don't know. I don't know for certain, guys. I don't know for certain if that's going to be the case, but we'll see. We'll see. Came from somewhere in Holland, and then he was Southampton. So if Adam Wharton was going to come to Chelsea, you're saying no to him as well. Well, yeah, it'll be one of those two because those are the only two options we have. I mean, look, some targets will be able to get regardless of Champions League football or not, but maybe some of the bigger names or some of the targets we're going for more. Yeah, we may have to wait and see what European competition we're in. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Funny thing is, if we miss out on Guehi to, let's say, a Man City, those same fans will talk crap about. Yeah, bro, I know. It's exactly that, or it's the same people that are shitting on Guehi, and if he goes to a Man City, not that he would, but if he goes to, I don't know, another top team like a Newcastle or something and starts playing really well, those same people that were shitting on it will say, "Oh, we should have signed him." So yeah, there's no there's no real winners, are there, in this situation? It's kind of mad. It is kind of mad. But moving away from Marc Guehi, there are other names that Chelsea are reportedly interested in. Apparently, according to Team Talk, now again, I'm not sure how accurate this is, but we'll discuss it anyway. Chelsea are now focused on a Lazio star as Dean Huijsen looks set to join Real Madrid. Team Talk understands. So it is Mario Guehi. Chelsea have set their sights on Mario Guehi. Team Talk can exclusively reveal, with the Blues targeting the Lazio centre-back after Real Madrid pressed ahead with their pursuit of Dean Huijsen. As teams have consistently reported, Chelsea are among the clubs keen. Oh, yeah, we already know we were keen on Huijsen. Yep. Team Talk understands that this has led Chelsea pivoting to Guehi, who, like Huijsen, is also a Spanish centre-back and is highly likely to be on the move this summer, making him a prime candidate to bolster the Blues' defensive unit. Guehi, who honed his craft in Real Madrid's academy before joining Lazio in 2022, has emerged as a standout player in Serie A. blending composure on the ball with robust defending. The 24-year-old's ability to adapt to various formations suits Maresca's tactical demands, particularly for defenders comfortable initiating play from the back. Sources have told Team Talk that Guehi, who has scored 2 goals in 41 appearances this season, is valued at just 30 million euros. But apparently, Chelsea face competition from Inter Milan, who are keen on signing the Lazio star, whilst Real Madrid have got a sell-on clause. So there we go. So Guehi is of interest to Chelsea. Now, I don't know a huge amount of him. He's Spanish, 24 years of age. Obviously, he's played under Maurizio Sarri during his time at the club. I have to be honest, though, guys, I've not watched really any of this guy. I've seen a little bit of him in this year's Europa League. But other than that, yeah, I've not seen a lot from him. But, you know, 30 million euros would seem like a very reasonable price. Seems like a decent price. So I guess at the end of the day, why not? Why not? I mean, it seems like a cheapish option. So I personally don't see a huge issue with that potential deal. Guys, we're 150 in the building. We need 30 likes until we reach 100 likes, people. Come on, smash that like button. It's free. It takes seconds. So yeah, make sure you are smashing the like button. Let's get this up to 100 likes, guys. And please subscribe if you're new around here as well. Let's get CL football before signing players. It doesn't help buying young all the time. Or look, obviously, some players that we're targeting will come regardless of Champions League football. But yeah, I agree. Champions League football will hopefully help us secure better players, or at least it will put us in the race for better players. But yeah, obviously you do lose a bit of ground because teams that have already secured Champions League and are signing players, we're slightly on the back foot. Well, it's a complex legal process. I've got no idea what Mudryk is doing on a daily basis. It's it's a bit of a mad one, isn't it? It's a bit of a mad one. There's literally been pretty much nothing on Mykhailo Mudryk. Pretty much nothing. Which is kind of crazy. It is kind of a crazy one, guys. It is kind of a crazy one. No, never said that. Never said that at all. But this idea that you think that you can't sign players from lesser clubs is nonsense, and it was quickly debunked when someone else said it earlier. I just don't understand that trail of thought. It makes very, very little sense. So there we go. Predictions for tomorrow. I think we win 2-1. But yeah, look, this Guehi, he's done well for Lazio. He's been there 3 seasons now. This will be his 3rd season there. They are knocking on the door, I think, to qualify for the Champions League this season. So he's someone that would fit the age profile, experience, can play in different systems. It's someone who sounds like they will. Well, yeah, someone that sounds like they'll be decent, to be honest. Could be a good and potentially a good price. But again, let's wait and see if this gets confirmed by let's wait and see if this gets confirmed by any big hitters like an Ornstein, like a Romano or anyone. Let's see if we get any updates from bigger sources, because right now Team Talk are the only ones who are reporting this, and they could be ahead of the curve. They could have exclusive information. I don't know, but yeah, let's wait and see if we get info from any more sources, guys, on that one before we really pass any further judgment on it. But probably because Murillo is too expensive right now. He signed a new contract at Forest, and yeah, maybe he's one we look at next summer potentially. But yeah, that's the latest on Mario Guehi, who Chelsea could potentially look to sign. Again, Branthwaite's another name that gets spoken about. I mean, I like Branthwaite, good player. And the sort of the hype around Branthwaite seems to have died down a bit. There was a lot of hype around him last summer. You know, Everton wanted the 70 million. We know there was 2 or 3 bids from him. You know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So we wait and see. We wait and see. But yeah, defense is a big area. It's going to be a big area. There's going to be a big area of improvement. It's going to be a lot of overhaul there. A lot of overhaul in that position because, I mean, look, I think there's still potentially interest in Diamonde and Araujo. I think they're still players of interest. They're still players who are on the list, but I don't know if they've potentially dropped down, shall we say. I wonder if they've slightly dropped down. I don't know personally. I don't really know if that's the case or not. Guehi and Hato, one of Gyökeres Sesko, so another winger, and we're done. I mean, it's I don't really know what's going to happen this summer, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. It's got the potential, like there's the potential for it to be an absolute madness, but then there's also a possibility that it could be another massive flop for the third window going, and we don't really get the quality of players that we need to improve the team. There's always, unfortunately, guys, there's always that danger. It could be shit again. And if it's shit again, then we are fucked if that's the case. Oh, for fuck's sake! We could be in big trouble, people. We could be in big trouble. But let's try and have a little bit of faith in what's going on. I don't think. Look, Colwell's definitely overrated by some people in the fan base, but Colwell has been good this season. He went through a period where he wasn't good, but I think he's come out the other side of that. I think he's been very good in recent weeks. People forget with Colwell that he's 21 years of age. People act like he should be the finished article and like he's 27 or 28. You know, I like Levi Colwell. I do like him. He's been good. You know, so I don't really understand where that hate comes from either. Doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me. But hey, what do I know, people? What do I know? But yeah, as Jay said, make sure you smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. It's free and it takes seconds to do so. Seconds to do so, guys. If it's a flop, sporting directors need to go. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Bro, Dean Huijsen's not what we needed, though. We didn't need Dean Huijsen. We needed leadership and experience at the back. Dean Huijsen was not what we needed. If we're only signing one centre-back, Dean Huijsen shouldn't have been the player that we signed because he doesn't tick the boxes of what we need. Look, if Chelsea were signing 2 centre-backs, I would have been more than happy for Dean Huijsen to be one of them, and then someone with leadership and experience to be the other one. But if you're signing 1 centre-back, it shouldn't have been Huijsen. And let's be real, we were never, ever going to beat Real Madrid to his signature. It was just never going to happen. We have to be honest with ourselves here. It wasn't going to happen. I'd say there's a strong possibility now that we've missed out on Dean Huijsen. I would say that a move for Guehi is very possible. Yeah, I think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be other teams that are interested, but I think a move for Guehi is a real possibility. Yeah, I think it's a real possibility, guys. 100%. And this is the thing. 9 times out of 10, if Real Madrid's interested in a player, you've just got to take the L. It's that simple. It's that simple. I mean, look, Chelsea aren't going to be loaning or selling Levi Colwill out. There's been opportunities in the past where they could have sold Colwill to a Bayern Munich, for example. They rejected it. They decided not to. No, that's the reality. So I don't think Colwill is going anywhere. But yeah, apparently Chelsea interested in Mario Guehi. Let's wait and see whether that's true or not, whether anything subsequently transpires from that. He's not that short. I mean, people just think unless someone's not 6'5" as a centre back, then they're really, really short, which is just not the case. Which is just not the case at all. But talking about missing out on other players to Real Madrid, it appears potentially, and this TYC Sports in Argentina are very reliable, very, very good with that sort of thing. Remember Franco Mastantuono, the River Plate youngster who Chelsea are interested in? Well, Real Madrid have made contact with him, meeting with his agent in Madrid and a direct video call with the player himself. So it looks like we could potentially be beaten to another target by Real Madrid. But ultimately, I'm not too fussed if we miss out on another 17-year-old because we don't need any more 17-year-olds. 38 million quid, I think, would be the price. His release clause, 45 million euros. So we miss out on another 17, 18-year-old. I'm not too disappointed by it. But it just goes to show if Real Madrid are interested, all other people may as well forget it. May as well forget it if Real Madrid are interested. That's just the reality. That's just the reality, guys. If they're interested, forget. Look, I like Cole. I think Cole is a very good centre back. But yes, of course, there are Chelsea fans that massively overrate him. But I wouldn't be entertaining selling Colwill at all. Views on Tosin so far? Yeah, he's actually been all right. You know, and as a third or as maybe a fourth choice centre back, I've not really got an issue with it. I haven't got an issue with it as a fourth choice centre back. Anselmino will definitely go on loan. I don't know where he'll go on loan, but he'll go on loan. Let's wait and see where he potentially ends up. So yeah, let's see. But Anselmino, yeah, he needs to go out and play football. But yeah, there's a lot of centre backs where we're just like, shit, we need to move some of these guys on. Some of these guys need to be moved on. Yeah, look, Tosin's an okay squad option, but I can guarantee if an offer of say 20, 25 million came in for Tosin, I think they'd very much accept that. You know, someone you signed for nothing a year ago to make a 20, 25 million pound profit in 12 months is something that would be very, very good. There's no denying it. It's definitely something that would be very, very good. Guys, we're 10 likes away from 100. Keep smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do, so please run those likes up. Let's get this to 100, and let's run the subscribers up as well, guys. If you're a new subscriber, introduce yourself in the chat, guys. So please subscribe if you're new around here as well. We're in a rush to get the next JT. I don't think we're in a rush to get the next JT, no. But we are in a situation where we do need to get a top-level centre-back because we can't rely on Wesley Fofana to stay fit. And the other options aren't necessarily good enough at the end of the day. They aren't necessarily good enough, the other options. So, yeah, that's where we are with that at this point in time, guys. That's where we are on that front. What else is being said? So yeah, just a bit funny how you miss out to Real Madrid on one signing, and then there's probably another signing you're going to miss out to Real Madrid for. But do you know what? It's the way things go. You win some, you lose some. But yeah, we just cannot afford to have another shit window. This summer is so important. So important. And I just worry we're gonna shaft it. I really do. I really do worry. I mean, what are we saying, chat? How are you feeling about this summer window? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling worried? What are we saying? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, and again, look, Rayan Cherki is another one. Someone that's that sort of left wing 10 hybrid role. Then yeah, why not? I mean, this is someone that I think could be available for 25 million euros. I think he's available for like 20 odd million pounds. So for me, I'd look at that and think, why are you not all over a move for Rayan Cherki? That's something that would make big sense. And someone this summer is going to get themselves an absolute bargain. They're going to get themselves an absolute bargain. They're 100% getting themselves a ridiculous bargain. A ridiculous bargain they're getting for that price. Sky Sports deadline day voice. No. Things aren't happening. Things aren't happening. But you never know. Things could happen. Things could happen. I mean, yeah, Liverpool could go. Look, Cherki's going to have so many interested clubs in him because it's a player of immense quality who is available for a ridiculously cheap price. And that does not happen very often in football. It doesn't happen very often in football at all. So when you get presented with that opportunity, you have to grab it with both hands. You have to. And if there's a chance to get deals done early, you go and get deals done early. It's very, very simple, guys. Very, very simple. And this market, particularly this summer, you've got to be fast because teams are going to be looking to do business very, very early because of the Club World Cup. I think it's going to throw things out a little bit, which is why I think sort of throughout April and May, there's been so much transfer news because I think the window is going to see a lot moving forward. A lot of transfer business happening earlier because of the Club World Cup and teams wanting their squads in place for that competition. Yeah, look, I think definitely will. I wonder whether you're going to. I don't think you'll see as many big money signings as you've seen in the past. I think teams will still spend a lot of money. There's no denying that whatsoever. Teams will absolutely still spend a lot of money, but yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see let's wait and see on that one. But look, Cherki again is another one. Bro, respectfully, that is complete and utter BS. Sterling is not better than Cherki. I'm not really sure. Not really sure where that's coming from, but yeah, Sterling is definitely not better than Rayan Cherki. Football's changed because I think FFP has become more a bigger thing than it ever used to be. And yeah, you know, people knock this model, and rightly so for certain things, but you're seeing a lot of top clubs are now starting to recruit in this way, because I think the landscape in football is absolutely changing. But yeah, I mean, let's quickly cover this Axel Disasi thing. Aston Villa wants to keep Disasi. Discussions have already begun with the player, and it will be time to discuss the matter with Chelsea. Disasi's mentality and dedication to training are praised by the Villa staff, and the management's idea is to keep him after his loan, even though other PL clubs are already looking into the matter. So it looks like Axel Disasi not short of suitors. Obviously, yeah, he's got no future at Chelsea. We know full well that he will be sold. There's no doubt about it. Axel Disasi will 100% be sold this summer. But let's see what this article's saying. Arriving at Aston Villa in January, Disasi so even after mistakes against PSG and Man City, that's not affected the view of Unai Emery. His mentality and dedication has been praised. Yeah, Premier League clubs looking into the matter. Discussions have already begun with the player, and then it will be time to discuss the matter with Chelsea, pending the end of the season. So yeah, there we go. So Villa do want to keep Disasi, according to this report in France. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I mean, Dean Huijsen's personal terms are going to be agreed with Real Madrid. They're hoping to agree that tomorrow. But that's moved very quickly. No surprises there. Yeah, he's done all right, to be fair. He has done all right. Obviously, apart from costing his team goals against PSG and Man City in critical moments, we have to give credit where it's due, and he's actually done okay, to be fair. Well, bro, it'll be very simple. It'll basically be either Pedro Neto or Tyreek George, and it'll just be a rotation. That is essentially what it will be, because there are no strikers. There's no strikers available. So for me, that's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. So yeah. No, well, he's been doing some training, but he's not. I'd be shocked if he started any of the next two games. He at absolute best he'll be on the bench against Man United, but I don't envisage that being the case at all. I just don't see it, guys. I don't see it. For the last home game of the season, I hope we go out with a win, bro. We hope we have to go out with a win. We have to go out for a win. Otherwise, the Champions League, we say goodbye. We say goodbye if that's the case. We say goodbye. It's very simple, guys. We say goodbye, and that's that. Bro, whatever you're seeing, those eyes need to be tested, because that is never happening in a million years, brother. Never, ever, ever. Guys, we're 170 in the building. Keep smashing that like button. You lot know exactly what to do. So make sure you run up the likes, people. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. Make sure you are doing it. I mean, we haven't got rid of Felix yet, bro. We need to find a permanent suitor for him. I'm Jamaican and I was super happy when we signed Dujan Richards, but his head is in the wrong place. I think, to be honest, I think he had an ACL injury, which is why he's barely played. But when he has played, he's looked all right. But yeah, I don't know if he's someone that's going to really make an impact on the first team whatsoever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's had a serious injury. So yeah, that's why we've not really heard or seen anything from him. Yeah, we are linked with Rodgers, bro, but that doesn't mean that a swap deal is going to happen. It doesn't mean that at all. Doesn't mean that at all. But yeah, hopefully Villa do take Axel Disasi. At this point, the main thing is getting wages off the books. Like with Sterling and Chilwell, I think we have to accept we're not going to get any sort of decent transfer fee. So the most important thing is get what you can, and then ensure that you are those wages are off the books, and then you can reinvest. Bro, I would as well. He's been an absolute shambles, no doubt about it whatsoever. He has been horrific, and he's also been shit at Milan as well. So there are no surprises there that he has been dog shit again. Yeah, Sterling's drop-off has been remarkable, you know. He was okay-ish in that first season he joined us. But yeah, the drop-off from his time at City has been unbelievable. He is so far away from the standards that he had set. He was probably the best goal-scoring winger in the Premier League for a number of years when he was at Man City. Now, he's awful. I know that might sound pretty harsh, but he is shocking. Absolutely shocking, guys. Yeah, it's a bit of a Mazzolini, people, but he is shocking. No, yeah, bro, you're right. That is true. Joao Wasteman Felix, you know, that's what he is. Yeah, I do as well. I'm a big fan of Chile, but unfortunately the injuries got the better of him. I mean, look, hopefully he wins the FA Cup this weekend. But yeah, look, it's the injuries have just ruined it for him. But yeah, you know, he's been great for Chelsea. But yeah, it's just a shame kind of how it's ended. But yeah, no, he has been great for the club. There's no denying that. He has been great for the club, people. Yeah, guys, get your questions in the chat as well. Let me see what else is popping off. Let's wait and see. I don't know, to be honest. I actually don't know. Because an article from The Athletic stated that for now he's been put in the keep pile, as it were. But maybe that could change. So many. Felix, Sterling, Kepa, Chilwell. I think Dewsbury Hall goes. I think we sell Disasi. I think Vega goes. I think if they can, they'll get rid of Chalobah. That's 8 names there already. Maybe Dewsbury Hall, 9. Possibly, you know, Achimpong or George might go. That's 9 or 10. But we need to sign another left back. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where the Jarell Hato links have come in. What do you mean? What do you mean? Where's Enzo? What do you mean? Oh, right. Okay. James Colwell, Chalobah. I don't see us signing any right backs. They'll just be hoping that Malo Gusto and James, you know, have gotten more used to the system, and then we'll go from there. Would I take Teo Hernandez? Yeah, possibly. Yeah. What we need is a left back, a centre back, a winger, and a striker. Bro, Jackson's not going to be loaned out. Jackson, I am almost certain that Nicholas Jackson will be here next season. Yeah, we're definitely not signing a right back, guys. We're definitely not signing a right back. That much is absolutely clear. We're definitely not signing a right back. But yeah, I mean, this summer's window has got the potential, guys, to be a madness. Not just for Chelsea, but just in general. It's got the potential to be mad. You know, you've got Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Newcastle, Chelsea, probably all going to spend big. And you've got United and Spurs who are massively playing catch up. I tell you what, guys, this really could be a mad one. This really could be a mad one. I don't think so, but if a big offer came in, I think they would consider it. I think they would consider it given his injury record. If a big offer came in, that's kind of that's sort of where we're at with that. I'd be surprised, but I don't think it can be fully ruled out. I think the only players you can rule out definitely not leaving would be Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Caicedo, James, etc., Colwell. Other than that, guys, I think most others could potentially be available if the right offer comes in. I don't think I don't think we're signing anyone tomorrow, bro. But who knows? Who knows? Could be wrong. This is the thing. You never know. You never know when this is going to come. You never know, guys. You never know. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Vega's done okay on loan. Vega's done okay on loan. I think we'll end up signing Marc Guehi and Jarell Hato. Those would be... That would be my predictions. A Marc Guehi or a Jarell Hato. We missed out on Dean Huijsen because he wanted to go to Real Madrid. You know, there's nothing that we can do about that. There's nothing that we can do about that. I hope we do as well. I suspect we will, but until the window's closed, there's always a worry that that might not happen. Club World Cup starts June 14th. I'm pretty sure there's a 10-day window before that, from like June 1st to June 10th or something, where you can make signings for the competition. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, there's a lot happening, guys. There's a lot happening, you know, at the moment. There's going to be a lot happening over the next few weeks. There's absolutely no doubt about it in my mind. There's going to be a lot happening. Yeah, he is. He is. Because no one wants to pay his salary. He wants like 250k a week after tax. So that's more like 350, 400 grand a week after tax. He's not going to get that after tax. He's not going to get that after tax unless he goes to Saudi Arabia where there's no tax. Osimhen's not going to come, guys. I know that's a bit shit, and I know we were looking for a top striker, but ultimately, people, Osimhen is not coming. Osimhen's not coming. I think a lot of it will depend on the Champions League. Not all of it, but a considerable amount of it will come. I mean, Delap wouldn't be awful. He wouldn't, and I would take it. But right now, according to the reports, it appears like we're behind Man United in the race for Liam Delap. We've got Dario Asugo arriving in the summer. We've got Andre Santos arriving. We've got Esteban arriving. We've got Kendry Pires arriving. And we've got Petrovic coming back. So already there's 5 players there who come back and improve the squad. I think obviously Pires will go on loan. But Petrovic, Santos, Asugu, and Esteban, I think, will all go into the first team squad. And that's before we've even signed anyone this summer. So that's definitely, you know, a positive as well. That's definitely a positive, guys. Yeah, and maybe, and if we had done that, I suspect that the Delap deal would have been done by now. That's my personal opinion on it. Yeah, well, there's 2 already, Marc Guehi and Marc Guehi. Yeah, but that's still ridiculous. That's all right. It's about 350 then or something, but it's still outrageous. No, Gusto's not a bad player. He's just not had a good season. Ekatike, not for me. I mean, look, Jonathan David on a free transfer really isn't a bad move. I don't know why we're not even entertaining it or looking at it, or maybe we are. Maybe we are. I don't know, but maybe that's the case, and maybe we are looking, guys. Who knows really? Who knows at this point? But yeah, at the moment, guys, I mean, Branthwaite again is someone who's reportedly on Chelsea's shortlist, but other than that, there's no other information on Jared Branthwaite and Chelsea other than he's a name who is believed to be on the shortlist. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but there's been nothing more serious about him. So let's wait and see. No, I like Jonathan David. You know, I said this yesterday. He'd make a very good signing for someone. He'd make a very, very good signing for someone, guys. For a top club, he would make a very good signing. But yeah, obviously he's got an offer on the table from Napoli. I don't know what other offers are he's got, but he's definitely got an offer on the table from Napoli. So let's wait and see what happens on that one. Bowen from West Ham's never happening. No chance at all. But yeah, look, there's some interesting situations developing, guys. A lot of interesting situations developing. I am going to round this one out here. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Big up to all of you in the chat. Thank you for your support. Obviously, the shows are nothing without you guys in the chat, so big up to yourselves. Guys, on the way out, make sure you smash that like button. Get these likes up. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. Road to 17K, so please smash the subscribe button and the like button. It would be mad. It would be mad. But unfortunately, we live in the real world, not a fantasy world, which is not going to happen. But yeah, guys, smash the like, subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. Match day tomorrow. I'll try and be back with a stream before the game. If not, people, I will see you lot on Saturday. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the game tomorrow if we don't catch up then. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Peace.